What up, man? It's your big brother K-Rino. I want to send this out to all of the what y'all gonna do people. All of what y'all gonna do people in the world. And some of y'all might be wondering, who are the what y'all gonna do people? What does that even mean? We got a lot of problems that our community is facing. A lot of things going wrong. A lot of things going bad. People suffering. People going through poverty, people living in food deserts, a lot of crime, a lot of corruption, murder, dope selling, dope using, all this different stuff going on. And the neighborhoods are just not safe for the people to be. So for years and years and years, many of us who've lived in these neighborhoods, we are well familiar with these problems. But one of the biggest problems that people who actively work on trying to correct these issues, one of the biggest things that they face is not the lack of help that comes from high government, not a lack of help that comes from state government, and not a lack of help that comes from local officials and local government, even though those things could be very useful if they were present. One of the biggest issues that is faced is when you have people that are right in the community who could be a strong presence and a deciding factor in terms of bringing results, always laying back, waiting on the activists to do everything, waiting on the community leaders to do everything. I would say waiting on the pastors, but people have kind of given up on the pastors a long time ago. But when something happens, something major happens, the first thing that comes out of me, oh, man, what y'all gonna do about this? What is this group gonna do? What is that group gonna do? Or they'll start saying what these particular groups are not doing. But and that's fine because nobody is above criticism. However, it looks very, very off when you're criticizing and you're not even, your boots ain't even on the ground. When you're criticizing from a recliner chair, when you're criticizing from in front of a computer screen on a keyboard or holding a phone in your hand, that's when it's off, because the same ones who are criticizing live in these communities as well, for the most part. Some don't. The ones that don't actually care. But with these type of mentalities, it's like the ones that do live in the community don't care, because again, the first thought is, well, let them do it. Let them take care of it. We've seen them do things before, and that's part of the reason why they'll ask what y'all gonna do question. And if the question is answered correctly, the question will be answered in two parts. And the first part will be, okay, well, we're gonna do what we always do. Get out there and do the best that we can and try to find solutions and make things better for the people in whatever way possible, or whatever resources that we can muster up. But the second part of the question should be tennis ball served back to the person who asked it in the first place. That should be, what are y'all gonna do? Because a lot of the hindrances that we have in our community, they could be fixed or on the path of being fixed a whole lot faster if the community itself would help, would jump in and come in and not ask, what are y'all gonna do, but ask, is there anything we can do? What can we do to help, to contribute, to make this thing better? And unfortunately, we don't get enough of that. We don't see that enough from the very people that that the activists are out here to serve. They're not doing this just to be on the news. They're not doing this just to be to go home and pat themselves on the back. they're doing this for the betterment of the neighborhoods, for the betterment of the community, for the protection of the community, because there are so many forces that are at work to strip away rights, so many forces that are at work to brutalize, to manipulate, to exploit the members of the community. So when you see those brothers and sisters out there getting down, they're getting down for you. At the very least, you ever seen somebody that was getting bullied, and then somebody come over to the rescue of the person that's getting bullied, and they end up fighting the person that was trying to bully the other person, and then somebody comes in and helps the bully, and now two people are fighting the person that tried to help the person that was getting bullied, and all the while the person that's getting bullied standing on the side and don't even do nothing. Then it makes you feel foolish, like, man, I'm out here helping this person. I'm out here risking my life for this cat, and they not even willing to fight. They don't even have the courage to fight for themselves or have the heart to get down and make things better for themselves, because we've become so complacent, we're just letting somebody else do it. And that's one of the I guess the downsides to being active in the community. The people become so lazy, and they just assume, okay, well, that's your job. No, the upkeep of the community is everybody who lives in the community's job. It can't be placed on one individual. It can't be placed on one organization. That's just not fair. And it's not wise at the same time. It's not wisdom, because at the end of the day, man, if we don't have the understanding of how how fast our unity can accelerate us in terms of progress, then we dropping the ball. And unfortunately, that's been our MO for hundreds of years. But time is running short, and we got to get this thing together, and everybody has to ask questions and find out what their role could be in making the whole successful. So stop always looking at stuff, talking about what y'all gonna do. What y'all gonna do? Y'all just gonna let them people do this? Y'all just gonna let them people do? Nah. What you gonna do? You gonna come and help? We'll tell you what needs to be done. We'll give you an assignment, give you a role, but are you willing to put that hat on and get down? All right, man, it's your big brother K-Rino. I'll catch y'all later on. Peace.